Hello, my name is Julie Turk, and this is my OD library for course ORGD 6015, summer of 2017, and it is entitled Time for a Change. This is the table of contents, which is pretty easy to read. I created my OD library with a Time for a Change theme. It is time for me to change the direction of my life and my career. My OD library is not in its final form. It will be an ongoing process of fine-tuning it to meet my needs at whatever time I'm in. My focus at this time is going to be on my portfolio. I'm going to enjoy adding to it and organizing it in a way that will assist me in obtaining my dream job. I have useful quotes hanging on my home office wall, and I'm excited to add all of my current accomplishments to my portfolio. My OD library will also be useful, evolving tool to assist me in keeping all of my materials organized for future use, both in this program to obtain my next job and to obtain my dream job, all to assist me in being successful at whatever I do. My plan for the peer purpose of my OD library is to provide me quick access to my resources, history, personal notes that I thought important, and other relevant data. The access to this data will both prepare me to practice OD and also allow me to see what skills I still need to acquire so I'm successful at obtaining and performing my dream job. L for leading, and also who is the audience. So right now I am leading this OD library presentation, and I am also the audience at this point. As it develops, however, I will most likely be using portions of it, especially my portfolio, for assistance in the interviewing process for my dream job. I am also hopeful that if someone else sees my OD library, they may want to make one of their very own. The A, or actual process of compiling the OD library, was first to jump into all the required data for the project. I reviewed the details of my dream job, compiled the partial portfolio, including the gap analysis, and then analyzed how all the resources can be used to help me determine what OD methods I will use to approach change, and also to assist me in filling the gaps needed in my skills and experience to obtain my dream job. The N, or needs. What do I need to create a great OD library? In summary, I need to continue to expand my portfolio, which will include all my major professional experiences, update my LinkedIn page, and consistently add resources to my OD library. My favorite resources are quotes or methods that appeal to my personality and their processes that make sense. For example, I believe appreciative inquiry is probably my favorite, as I generally am a very happy, positive person, and I love looking at things from a positive aspect. I will also decide on what directions I see myself going after this class. Next, my next job will most likely be a controller or CFO position at a larger company, so I can earn more money and also gain more experience that a larger company brings. I began my career working at large companies, but have been in smaller family-owned businesses for the last 25 years or so. This new position will begin to fill in some of the gaps for my gap analysis. Then, next summer, when we are close to graduating from this MOD program, I will begin to search for my dream job. My dream job is to work as a turnaround business consultant, helping local clients and their employees. I would prefer a position with a company located in a large city to minimize or reduce travel requirements. I've already done a turnaround on one business, and I really love the process. I am really very excited to do this on an ongoing basis. The job description. Typically, the summary of a typical job description for a turnaround business consultant includes both duties and specifications as follows. Work hands-on with business owners and stakeholders to improve processes and find solutions to benefit everyone to the best level possible given each individual situation. Perform functions such as cash management, operational restructuring, and sales development. Experience and skills needed are 15 years of solid business experience, as an owner, CFO, controller, or executive, thrive in a high-paced, high-pressure environment, working with type A personalities, lead tough conversations and deliver difficult concepts to influence clients and decision makers, able to handle and manage crisis situations, confident even when confronted with uncomfortable conversations, need to be continuously challenged, intense work ethic, have a high degree of self-motivation and self-discipline. Gap analysis. I already have several of the competencies to perform the duties of my dream job. However, there are areas where I do indeed have gaps. Two are lead tough conversations and deliver difficult concepts to influence clients and decision makers, and have a high degree of self-discipline. As an accommodator, it's not always easy for me to tell people things they don't want to hear. I have worked on this most of my adult life, but I know that I can still be stronger in this area. Also, I know what needs to be done, but I tend to procrastinate with the time I have and let deadlines guide my timeline on projects. This is also something I will continue to work on in all areas of my life. Key components. My emerging portfolio includes some of my completed projects that provide helpful tools to assist me in performing my current job better, also my dream job. Other items include resources such as books, textbooks, research articles, information from instructors that I have compiled and saved in a notebook, best practices, YouTube videos, useful quotes, etc. I plan to use these materials to help me close the gap and be successful in both a job interview to land the new job and also in performing the job. For example, I am reading a book by John Adams that was recommended by students in our very first class. I have begun to read this book because I believe it will help me reduce my areas of procrastination by setting up systems to get things done. My resources are organized as follows. There's a notebook containing useful diagrams and charts of commonly used OD methods as well as research articles. Books and textbooks specifically to be used as reference books, such as the Change Handbook, are on a bookshelf in my home office. I have a list of favorite useful YouTube videos that I believe will continue to be a valuable resource, and my completed projects and useful artifacts are also included. Useful tidbits of information learned in class are kept on my bulletin board or the wall of my home office for easy access. One example is that I have several sticky notes on my wall. Written on one of the sticky notes are the 3 V's. My emerging method for sure will include the positive aspect of things. I really love learning about appreciative inquiry, and I have actually used components of it both at home and at work with great success. It's amazing how differently people act when they are given a say and it begins a discussion. My current small groups project was working on collaborative arts methods, which I used to say was out of my comfort zone. Thanks to a YouTube article, that is no longer the case, and I'm willing to try most things. I'll admit I'm a little shy on the amateur stand-up comedy performing, but I've actually been practicing that at home as well. Things are happening and change is happening. Conclusion. As I finish this project, I'm very excited to have gone through this process, and I also have renewed energy for this class and this program. My OD library will continue to grow as I continue learning and collecting more new and exciting methods and ideas to try out, pursue, and blend. I love what I'm learning, and I love being able to apply it directly to what I want to accomplish in my life, and more specifically in my career. I would like to conclude with a quote from Henry Ford, and it totally applies to my life where I intend to go. I am an optimistic person. However, when this class began and everything was about being creative, I began to tell people I am not creative. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I have made a point to never say that anymore, and it's amazing, and it's another positive change I've seen in myself. The quote is, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right," by Henry Ford. Thank you.